It might surprise you to learn that some of the objects we accept from others could be holding us back. You might never have considered it before, but the energy tied to these things could be subtly influencing your life journey. Today, I'm going to share 15 items that you should never collect or accept, as they could be the hidden forces blocking your progress. By the end of this video, you'll understand just how powerful your possessions can be and how they might be affecting your life in ways you've never thought of. But before we dive in, I'd like to offer you a free gift. If you want to improve the energy in your home effortlessly, grab my ultimate feng shui home checklist. It's a simple room-by-room guide that will help you create peace, prosperity, and balance throughout your house. Download it now. The link is pinned in the comments below. Chapter 1. Why some objects carry negative energy. It's astonishing how much weight some objects can carry, isn't it? Many items, whether heirlooms, gifts, or everyday possessions, hold deeper significance than we realize. Think of something in your home, perhaps an old necklace passed down from your great aunt. It may seem beautiful and sentimental, but what if it's also holding on to past burdens or unresolved emotions? Objects aren't neutral. They absorb the energy of their surroundings. As Buddhist philosophy teaches, everything is interconnected. Just as a tree absorbs sunlight, objects take in the vibrations of the experiences they witness. A necklace, for example, can hold the energy of stress, heartbreak, or anger from its past owners. Have you ever noticed a shift in your mood after handling certain items? A box of old mementos might bring anxiety, or a gift that once felt light may now feel heavy. These objects carry energy, sometimes energy that doesn't align with your current state. This is where mindfulness comes in. By recognizing which objects bring negative energy, you can begin to declutter, not just your physical space, but your mind and spirit. Letting go of items that no longer serve you is not only a physical act, it's spiritual. It creates space for new positive energies to enter. In Buddhism, detachment is the practice of releasing what no longer serves us. It's about recognizing and letting go of emotional baggage that clings to objects. The Buddha taught that releasing attachments, including physical ones, frees us from suffering and opens the door to new blessings and growth. Reflect on your own belongings. Are there things in your life that bring you more anxiety than joy? By letting go of them, you create space for healing and transformation. This process is aligned with the Buddhist principle of mindfulness, being aware of the energy we carry and what no longer serves us. By releasing the old, you make room for new opportunities, relationships, and growth. As the Buddha said, when you let go of what you are, you become what you might be. Embrace this process of release and invite greater peace and blessings into your life. Chapter 2. Never collect photos or objects of the dead. We've all heard that the memories of those we love live on in our hearts. But what if they live on in the objects we hold on to as well? While photos and mementos from loved ones who have passed away can be cherished as symbols of love, they can also carry unresolved emotions and energy that might not always align with our present life. In many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, it's believed that when someone dies, their energy doesn't always leave immediately. These objects can become bridges between the physical and spiritual realms, potentially inviting unresolved energy into our space. For instance, a piece of jewelry passed down from someone who experienced great hardship might seem like a keepsake, but it can carry their struggles with it. In Buddhist teachings, all things are interconnected, and objects absorb the energy around them. This is why we can sometimes feel a subtle shift in our emotions when we hold on to such items. The energy from the past may not always align with our current state of mind, affecting our peace. A friend once shared that her grandmother's ring, a family heirloom, brought her discomfort after her grandmother's passing. She had dismissed the unease at first, but over time, she realized that the ring was holding on to her grandmother's unresolved pain. After spiritually cleansing the ring, the discomfort faded. This illustrates how deeply objects can hold on to the emotional imprints of their past owners. So, what should we do with such objects? Throw them away? No, it's about mindful respect. If these items are necessary for you to keep, it's crucial to spiritually cleanse them before displaying or storing them. One way to do this is by smudging with sage, a practice known for clearing negative energy or placing them under the moonlight to purify them. This process isn't about erasing the past, but creating space for the present and future, ensuring the energy you carry is in harmony with your current life. Buddhist teachings encourage mindful detachment, acknowledging the past without letting it define us. By cleansing and treating these objects with care, we ensure they remain symbols of love and remembrance, not burdens. As the Buddha said, to hold on to things is to be held by them. By cleansing and honoring these objects, we free ourselves from their weight, allowing growth, peace, and spiritual harmony to flow into our lives. This balance between honoring the past and living fully in the present is key to creating a life enriched by memories without being bound by them. Chapter 3. Never accept sharp objects as gifts. Have you ever received a knife, razor, or sharp object as a gift? While these items may seem like thoughtful gestures or symbols of craftsmanship, they carry hidden spiritual risks. Sharp objects are often tied to themes of division, conflict, and aggression. Accepting such a gift can unintentionally invite negative energy, bad luck, strained relationships, or spiritual disruptions. In Buddhist philosophy, everything has energy, and sharp objects, by their nature, symbolize severing and division. They can energetically cut bonds between people, relationships, and even your own peace of mind. An old Buddhist story tells of a young monk who received a ceremonial knife as a gift. Though beautiful, it caused him discomfort and strained his relationships. After consulting an elder, he learned that the knife carried energy of aggression and division. Through a cleansing ritual, the monk restored balance and peace. If you ever find yourself in the uncomfortable position of receiving such a gift, don't ignore your discomfort. In Buddhist practice, there's a simple solution: exchange it for a coin. This small gesture neutralizes the negative energy attached to the object, restoring balance and protecting your space. Remember, it's not just about the gift itself, but the energy it carries. By practicing mindfulness, you can ensure that gifts, especially sharp ones, don't disrupt your peace or relationships. Through rituals of cleansing and thoughtful exchange, you can protect your energy and create harmony in your life. The Buddha's teachings remind us that material attachments can lead to suffering, but understanding the energy objects carry allows us to live with greater mindfulness and balance. Chapter 4. Shoes, a symbol of your life's journey. When we think of shoes, we often think of them as a mere practical necessity. We slip them on each day, not giving much thought to the deeper meaning they hold. But shoes, in their essence, are far more than just something we wear to protect our feet. In many ways, they are a symbol of the journey we walk through life. Every mark, every scuff, every crease in the leather tells a story about the path we've taken, our struggles, our triumphs, the places we've been, and the choices we've made. Buddhism teaches us that our path in life is not linear. It is a series of interconnected moments and decisions, each leading us to where we are now. And much like our journey through life, the shoes we wear serve as a reflection of that path. They carry the imprints of our experiences, our steps, and the energy we've encountered along the way. But what happens when we step into someone else's shoes? Literally, imagine this. You find a beautiful pair of shoes at a secondhand store, or perhaps a friend offers you a pair they no longer need. At first, you might not think twice about putting them on. After all, shoes are meant to protect our feet, right? But in the deeper sense, shoes symbolize movement, progress, and the direction we are taking in life. When we wear someone else's shoes, we may unknowingly be taking on their energy, their struggles, and even their emotional baggage. There's an ancient Buddhist parable about a traveler who set off on a long journey. Along the way, he stopped at an inn where he met an elder who had traveled far and wide. The elder, noticing the traveler's worn shoes, offered him a new pair that had been left behind by a previous guest. The traveler, grateful for the kindness, put them on without hesitation. However, as he walked, he began to feel a heaviness in his heart, a deep sense of weariness that he couldn't shake. The shoes, although comfortable, seemed to carry an unseen weight. He soon realized that the energy of the person who had left them behind was affecting his own path. The shoes, though new to him, had absorbed the burdens of the previous owner, and he was now unknowingly carrying that weight with each step. This parable illustrates a profound truth. Shoes are not just objects to shield our feet, they are carriers of energy. Every pair we wear, especially secondhand shoes, can carry the imprints of the person who wore them before us. The emotional and spiritual energy they've absorbed can subtly influence our own journey. If the previous owner experienced hardship, stress, or unresolved emotional struggles, that energy may cling to the shoes and, by extension, to the person who wears them. Now, this is not to say that secondhand shoes are inherently bad or that we should avoid them entirely. Instead, it's about being mindful of the energy we take on when we wear them. The practice of mindfulness, a central teaching in Buddhism, encourages us to be aware of the world around us and the energies we interact with. By being conscious of the items we wear and how they might affect us, we take ownership of our path and the energy we carry with us. To protect your energy and ensure that your journey remains clear of unwanted burdens, it's important to cleanse any secondhand shoes before wearing them. This cleansing is not just a physical act, but a spiritual one. You can start by walking barefoot on fresh grass or earth, grounding yourself and releasing any negative energy that may have accumulated. The earth itself is a natural purifier, and walking on it can help you reconnect with your own energy and release anything that doesn't serve you. Another simple but powerful ritual is sprinkling the shoes with salt. Salt has been used for centuries in many cultures and spiritual practices as a tool for purification. It absorbs negative energy, leaving the space or object it touches cleaner and more positive. By using salt, you are creating a buffer between yourself and any energy that might be lingering in the shoes. Additionally, setting a strong, clear intention can work wonders. Before putting on secondhand shoes, take a moment to pause and focus on your intentions. Breathe deeply and visualize yourself walking forward, unburdened by the past. Set the intention that these shoes will support you in your journey, free from any negative or stagnant energy. This simple act of setting intention aligns with the Buddhist principle of right intention, being mindful of what we bring into our lives and how we use it to support our growth. There is an old saying in Buddhism, "The path is made by walking." This means that life is not about waiting for opportunities to come to us, but rather about stepping forward with awareness and purpose. Shoes in this context are not just about moving from place to place. They represent the steps we take toward our greater purpose. By cleansing and purifying the energy of the shoes we wear, we ensure that every step we take is aligned with our highest potential, free from the burdens of others. When we wear someone else's shoes without cleansing them, we may unknowingly take on their burdens, fears, or stagnation. These energies can slow us down, cloud our judgment, and even influence the direction of our lives. But by performing simple rituals of cleansing and setting intentions, we can reclaim our power, take ownership of our journey, and keep our path clear of unwanted baggage. Life, like the journey of a traveler, is full of twists and turns, and it's up to us to choose the path we walk. Every step matters. So when you put on your shoes today, whether they are new or secondhand, remember the energy they carry. Cleanse them, set your intention, and step forward with clarity, purpose, and an open heart. Your journey is uniquely yours, and each step you take is a reflection of the energy you bring with you. Make sure it's the energy that will lead you to where you want to go. Chapter 5, Cursed Money, the Trap That Blocks Wealth. Have you ever received money that just didn't feel right? Maybe it was a gift from a friend or an unexpectedly large tip, and at first you felt grateful. But shortly afterward, you found yourself caught up in an unexpected financial struggle, perhaps an unplanned expense or sudden debts that seemed to appear out of nowhere. If this has ever happened to you, you may have wondered if it was just a coincidence. The truth is, in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, it's believed that money carries the energy of its previous owner. And if that individual had negative energy, stress, or ill intentions, that energy can be transferred to the money, and by extension, to you. This phenomenon is not just about superstition, it's deeply rooted in the understanding that everything has an energetic frequency, including money. In Buddhism, everything in the world is connected, and the law of karma teaches us that actions, words, and even objects can hold on to the energy of the past. Money is no different. Think about the times when you've received a sum of money from someone who might have been going through a tough time or was filled with negative emotions. That energy doesn't just disappear, it attaches to the money, and you, the receiver, might unknowingly inherit those energies. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This wisdom extends beyond our thoughts. It touches everything we encounter. If money is tainted by negativity, it can block the flow of prosperity and abundance in our lives. This is why, in Buddhist practice, it's important to be mindful not just of our actions, but of the energy around us, especially when it comes to material things like money. To protect yourself from the negative energy that may be attached to money, take a moment to cleanse any money you receive before spending it. It's simple yet powerful. Hold the cash in your hands and visualize it surrounded by bright, positive energy. See it glowing with abundance and prosperity. Affirm that this money will bring nothing but good into your life. In doing so, you sever any negative ties to the past owner's energy and invite positive, abundant energy into your own financial space. This small ritual, rooted in mindfulness, helps ensure that money works for you, not against you. Chapter 6. Never accept or borrow a mirror. Mirrors are more than just reflective surfaces. We use them every day to check our appearance. But in many cultures, mirrors are also considered portals to other dimensions. They're believed to reflect not just what's in front of them, but the energy of those who have gazed into them. According to ancient wisdom, the energy left behind in a mirror can linger, influencing the environment and the person who uses it. If you accept or borrow a mirror from someone else, you may be unknowingly inviting their energy into your space, whether it's positive or negative. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of reflection extends far beyond the physical realm. The act of seeing ourselves in a mirror is symbolic of how we reflect on our lives. But mirrors can also reflect the energies of the past, and when we take someone else's mirror, we may be unknowingly inviting their unresolved emotions, struggles, or even negative patterns into our own lives. I recall a story from a Buddhist teaching that illustrates this perfectly. A young monk, new to the monastery, was given an old mirror by one of the senior monks. The monk had used it for years, and though it was a simple object, it held the weight of many moments in the monastery, both joyful and challenging. The young monk used the mirror and quickly began to notice unsettling emotions rising in him, feelings of confusion, doubt, and unrest. He sought advice from the abbot, who explained that the mirror had absorbed the energy of its previous owner. The mirror, like a window into the soul, had reflected not just the physical world, but the emotions and struggles of the person who had used it. Before using a borrowed or accepted mirror, take a moment to cleanse it spiritually. Smudge it with sage or place it under the moonlight, allowing the natural forces to purify it. Set the intention that only your energy is reflected back to you. This simple act ensures that your personal space remains clear, free from the unwanted energies of others, and that you maintain your peace and clarity. Chapter 7. Never collect salt from another person. Salt is much more than just a cooking ingredient. It holds immense spiritual significance across many cultures, including Buddhism, where it is believed to purify, protect, and preserve. In ancient times, salt was used not only to preserve food, but also to protect people from negative energy. Salt is a purifier, a substance that absorbs negative energy and prevents it from spreading. But what happens when you accept salt from someone else? Salt, like other items we use in daily life, can absorb the energy of the person who possesses it. If you accept salt from someone who is going through emotional struggles, confusion, or even financial hardship, you might unknowingly take on their energy. The salt could carry their burdens, and when you use it, those burdens may manifest in your own life. To protect your own energy, always keep your own supply of salt, one that is free from the influences of others. Think of it as your spiritual armor. This salt represents your own positive energy and intentions, ensuring that you remain grounded and protected from any external negativity. Whether it's for spiritual purification or simply to protect your peace, maintaining your own personal supply of salt helps you safeguard your clarity and well-being. Chapter 8. Wigs and hair extensions, hidden spiritual dangers. Hair is not just a physical characteristic, it's a vessel of personal energy. Every strand carries with it the emotional and spiritual imprints of the person it once belonged to. When you wear wigs or hair extensions from someone else, you are unknowingly tapping into their energy. Whether the experiences were positive or negative, the energy from that person's life is woven into each strand of hair. Buddhist teachings emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings, and because of this, the energy we exchange with others, whether consciously or not, can influence us. If you wear someone else's hair, you may absorb their struggles, anxieties, or even misfortune. One story I remember from Buddhist folklore tells of a woman who wore a wig that had belonged to someone who had lived through immense hardship. She noticed her own life becoming filled with unexpected difficulties, emotional turmoil, financial problems, and relationship struggles. After seeking guidance, she was told that the wig was carrying the unresolved energy of its previous owner. She performed a cleansing ritual, and gradually her life began to return to balance. If you choose to wear wigs or extensions, it's crucial to cleanse them spiritually. Smudging with sage or soaking them in salt water can help clear any lingering negative energy. By purifying these items, you can protect your own energy and maintain spiritual clarity. Chapter 9. Secondhand Jewelry and Accessories. Jewelry often holds great sentimental value and can carry emotional energy from its past owners. Think about a ring that was passed down through generations. Perhaps a ring worn by someone who went through financial struggles, or a necklace that was once worn during a time of heartbreak. The energy of those experiences can attach itself to the jewelry and, unknowingly, to you when you wear it. Before wearing secondhand jewelry, cleanse it spiritually. Use rituals such as smudging or placing the item under moonlight to clear any unwanted energy. This simple act of purification helps ensure that the jewelry you wear serves you positively rather than carrying the emotional baggage of someone else's past. Chapter 10. Handkerchiefs and Personal Cloth. Handkerchiefs are often seen as just practical items, but they have a deeper significance. They absorb more than just physical dirt. They also soak up emotional and spiritual energy. Think about the times you've used a handkerchief, perhaps when you were ill, stressed, or grieving. These items absorb the emotions tied to those moments. If you accept or share a handkerchief, you may unknowingly take on the burdens of the person who used it before you. Be mindful of sharing or receiving personal cloth items, and consider the emotional or spiritual weight they may carry. Before using them, it's important to cleanse them spiritually to ensure they don't carry the emotional residue of past struggles. The objects we surround ourselves with carry energy, and the things we accept can influence our spiritual path. Whether it's a gift, a secondhand item, or a seemingly harmless object, each piece carries an energy that can impact our lives. By being mindful and performing simple cleansing rituals, we can protect our space and energy, ensuring that we attract positive influences into our lives. If you found today's insights valuable, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Your breakthrough begins today. Embrace it with clarity, peace, and wisdom.